Hey everybody, Joe Vanourney, Cherry the Geek TV. We are here at San Diego Comic-Con 2023 talking about the new graphic novel from LegionM called Defiant, the story of Robert Smalls. We are joined by Chris Robinson, who is the editor of the project. Welcome to Cherry the Geek TV. Talk about this project, first of all. Who is Robert Smalls, and why, what inspired you to get involved with the project?
Well, it's a story that needs to be told. So Robert Smalls is an incredible Black American, started in slavery, freed himself. He becomes a riverboat captain, captain in the Navy. Like, it's really incredible. When I heard about the story, I was shocked that that this larger than life story happened, and I had never heard about it in a schoolroom, and that seemed like a big problem to me. So now I get to be a part of this project and bring it to a broader, as many people as possible to enjoy and share it with their loved ones.
The more I hear about him and all the things that he's done in his life, not only the story of him commandeering the ship and freeing his family and friends, but the things he did after his life, after that event. How do you, as an editor, decide? There's a four comic series that's going to be turned into the graphic novel. How do you kind of there's so much that you have to go through. What's the process?
Yeah, comics are a great medium, a medium I've worked very extensively in, but it's a medium of reduction. So choosing a movie is made up of hundreds of thousands of single images, right? In comics, you really only get like 120 or something. So picking what those moments are is tough, and it's through a lot of conversation with Rob Edwards, the writer, and taking his storytelling abilities and sort of pushing it through the very tight keyhole that we have in comics, but it's awesome because the reduction allows for sort of an even it's reduced, but it's even that much stronger. Do you know what I mean? That's why I love comics. Comics are an incredible medium.
The project's Kickstarter started out as a Kickstarter campaign. It's still, as we're recording this, towards the end of July. There's still a few weeks left to back the project. The project got backed in an hour, or a few hours. First day, you were asking for $10,000. It's fully funded. As we're talking now, it's at 700 times where what you wanted for your goal. Talk about that and watching that and seeing the enthusiasm from the fans jump on board.
Yeah, absolutely. Kickstarter is an incredible platform. I've used it many times before. I will continue to use it many times more, and it's incredible the way that you can sort of connect with the folks out there who, even as niche, as small as something you might say, like, oh, I'm the only person who might be interested in this. Definitely not. There's tons of people out there, and they're waiting for you to bring that to an audience. And so, similarly, like, Robert Smalls is like something, like it's almost like a secret right now, but we're sharing the secret, and just by the first day reaction and the reaction that we're getting beyond, it's like, it's even more incredible how much, how far we're taking the story. And we're just getting started, basically. So,
Well, you can find Defiant on Kickstarter until mid-August to be the initial round of backers. Graphic novel will be coming out early next year. Thank you so much for chatting with us today on Cherry the Geek TV, and stay tuned for more coverage here at San Diego Comic-Con 2023.
Robert Smalls was a harbor pilot, forced to steer huge ships through Charleston Harbor for the Confederacy.
There was a United States blockade just outside the mouth of the harbor, and he knew that if he could somehow get there, that he'd be free.
Came the night of May 12th of 1862. He got his family and the family of all of the enslaved crew on a 140-foot gunship, and they stole it.
They sailed to the side of the USS Onward, and jaws were on the floor. It broke so many stereotypes about what enslaved people could do, who they were.
They make him the captain of the vessel.
First African American to command a United States naval vessel, to being the most senior African American to serve during the Civil War.
He started a railroad. He ran for Congress successfully many times. He is the reason why we have a public school system. He's the reason why black people are in the military. He actually bought the mansion that he was a former slave in.
Who walks up to the steps of that home but the widow of his former master? She's got dementia. It's the only address she can remember. They take her in.
Only a superhero could have that type of empathy, that type of humility, that type of forgiveness.
My name is Rob Edwards. I'm the writer of Defiant. Before that, I wrote a movie called The Princess and the Frog, Treasure Planet, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Full House, In Living Color, a bunch of stuff. We're producing a feature film and graphic novel about the amazing life of Captain Robert Smalls.
Everything on television at this point is a video game or a graphic novel. And I think that speaks to the importance and the impact that this youth generation that we're in right now has on entertainment. My name is Marvin Jones III. Many of you may know me from Black Lightning, Harry's Law, Enter the Spider-Verse. The Robert Smalls story is, to me, a complete American superhero story.
Some contexts he's captain, others he's congressman. I grew up hearing about Grandpa. My name is Michael Boulware Moore. I really have a cellular connection to the story about my great-great-grandfather.
Hey everyone, it's Chris Cooper with LegionM, associate producer on Defiant. Thank you to everyone out there supporting this project right now. We are so excited to bring this incredible story to life.
Every time you hear stories like this told, you hear about just the pain of slavery, and there'll be a lot of that, and then there'll be an escape. And then the end of it is, oh good, he's free. But nobody ever talks about what happened afterwards. The world of Black America changed. Doctors, lawyers, millionaires came out of nowhere. Robert Smalls was key to that. He was the embodiment of all the great things that were happening during Reconstruction. We get to make the movie we want to make once the graphic novel is out there, because people will understand what we're doing.
Hollywood had over 100 years to tell this story. They've made more than 10 Fast and the Furious movies, 2 Emoji movies, and they haven't made this one yet. But we're trying to fix that. LegionM loves making movies, but we know they're expensive, they take a long time to get made, and they're really complex. And a story like Robert Smalls deserves to be told now. Releasing a graphic novel allows us to get this incredible story out sooner.
Creating something that can package just such a powerful story in a compelling, even riveting kind of a way.
It's got some fantastic artwork. It's one of those things that rewards you for reading it twice because the visuals are so stunning.
We're working with an all-star team on this project. We have Rob Edwards, writer of Treasure Planet and Princess and the Frog. He's writing the graphic novel. We have Nicholas Draper-Ivey, who did the cover for Kendrick Lamar's Black Panther, the movie album. He's doing our covers. We have Ray Anthony Height, who did Luke Cage, Star Wars, Midnight Tiger. He's doing our interiors. And editing the whole thing, we have Chris Robinson, who edited Marvel's Black Panther.
Robert Smalls, that story essentially impacts Black people today, and being tasked to be part of the team that's bringing the graphic novel to life using my experiences as a superhero comic artist all these years, it's an honor.
The team that LegionM has pulled together is just a fabulous group.
I think this is this kind of story that you want to help tell.
To the extent that it's relevant, I think the family will be 1000% behind the project and give a measure of authenticity and approval.
We want you to join us. We want you to join the Legion and help us tell this great story.